So I'm really proud of myself, guys. I've done what I've been wanting to do for a little while. I know I talk a lot about getting games and things here on the channel, but I don't really do a lot of talking about games because life is life, and sometimes I struggle to find time to play games. But recently I've actually been playing these games a good bit more, and I wanted to share a little bit about that with you guys. Really more just talk a little bit about the games I've been playing recently, the ones I've recently finished, and the ones I'm about to start, kind of thing, you know? Now, normally when I play games, I generally will be working through about 3 games at a time, just so I have some variety in what I'm playing, so that way I don't get burnt out on any one specific thing. I do keep in mind with that though, like I'm not playing like 3 RPGs at a time or something like that. That just would get way too busy. More of like a fun action game. This is an RPG. This is a puzzle game. This is a platformer. Just different genres going at the same time, so I can bounce between them and not get things mixed up. I just finished one, so currently I only have 2 ongoing games, but I'm about to start another. One of the games I've recently finished was Klonoa, Empire of Dreams. My buddy Corey told me about these games. We got discussing Klonoa one day, and I didn't realize there were Game Boy games, and he was talking about how much he loved these. And so when I found it at a convention a year or so ago, I decided to pick it up off of his recommendation. It took me a while to really start trying to get through it, but I actually really enjoyed my time with it. It definitely feels like a pared down version of the console Klonoa games, but it's going to, because it's a friggin' Game Boy game. Like, what can you expect? But from what I've played of the 2 console Klonoa games, this does feel like a proper handheld experience version of it. If you like Klonoa, if you like 2D puzzle platformers, then definitely give this game a go. It was a lot of fun. The other game that I actually managed to finish recently was Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. So I actually got into I actually got sucked into the Operation Rainfall hype back in 2012. And that's a topic for a whole other video, but Xenoblade was the first game of that campaign that came out here in the States, and I actually picked it up day 1. But for whatever reason, I just never got around to finishing it. Something about the Wii version of it just never really clicked with me, and that's a shame, because I realize now that I finished the game how far I actually got into it back then. I got to, I believe, the Fallen Arm back then, and just never went back to it, never finished it, and that's a shame, because I really enjoyed my time with it on the Switch. I just think I didn't quite grasp the combat of the game back then, and I feel like I got a much better handle on it this time around and was actually able to make it through the entire game. And wow, I definitely understand why people have really just sang the praises of this game over the years. It was a really, really good time. But that's one I can finally remove from my backlog, because that has been plaguing me for over a decade now to actually get this game finished. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the games that I am currently in the middle of. Like I said, I'd like to keep about 3 going, and I just finished Xenoblade, so I'm currently between games on one of them, but I've got 2 games here that I've been working my way through. To take the place of Klonoa, in the platformer section, I'm playing through Super Mario Advance. So for anyone who doesn't know, this is actually a remake of the American Super Mario Bros. 2 from the NES onto the Game Boy. They added a few things. One of the most important things is that you can save between the worlds, because for anyone who's not played it, Mario Bros. 2 is actually kind of hard. It just feels very different than the original Mario and Mario 3. So Mario 2 is quite difficult. And the whole reason I chose to play this is because I actually never finished Mario 2 on the NES without using like the world skips. Like I never beat it proper, and I want to finally say I can. And I know it's a little cheating because this has like saving, and you can just start back at the level you're on. You don't have to replay the whole game, but I don't care because I'm going to count it when I finish this. And the other game that I'm currently in the throes of is Assassin's Creed Shadows. So interestingly enough, I've only ever played one other Assassin's Creed game, and that was the first one. What drew me to this one was I really enjoy games and media and everything that's set in that feudal Japan era. And my father-in-law loves the Assassin's Creed games. He's played every single one of them. And whenever I showed interest in wanting to play this, he got a little excited, and it showed up at our door not too long later. So, David, thank you. This is a long game, and I know it's going to be a long game, so I'm making sure I don't overdo it with playing it so I don't burn out on it, because I'm really enjoying it, and I want to try and see it through to the end. I'm about 15 hours in at this point, and I'm taking it a little slow because I am really enjoying it, and I don't want to burn out on it and wind up not finishing it. So this one's going to be in the rotation of currently playing for a little while. And lastly, the game that I'm about to start. I mentioned that I don't like doing multiple games of the same genre. I finished Xenoblade, which was an RPG. I have a platformer, and I have Assassin's Creed. And in Assassin's Creed, you know, it's definitely kind of an RPG, but it's a little different than what I think of whenever I think of an RPG. But Xenoblade was the RPG that I was currently playing, and so it's time to start another one. And the new game that I'm about to start that definitely is more like a classic RPG is Expedition 33. I have heard so many good things about this game, and I knew as soon as I saw it that I wanted to play it, so I've been doing my best to avoid any kind of spoilers for it. I've gotten a few spoilers, which is a shame, but I haven't gotten anything super major, so I'm really excited to finally get to dive into this one. I probably would have played this before Xenoblade had I had it at the time, but I wanted a physical copy of it to play, and getting a physical copy there for a little while was really dang difficult, but I finally got one. And I'm really excited to start this. I'm probably going to start this weekend. I'm about to a good break point in Assassin's Creed, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to get to that point, and then I'm going to start this one, and then I'll bounce back and forth between them. But I'm super, super excited to finally get to play this. So yeah, that's been the games I've been playing recently. Wanted to just kind of share that with you guys because, like I said, I've been feeling like I do a lot of talking about hardware and game collecting, but I don't do a lot of talking about the playing of games. And so getting to actually sit down and play games again recently has felt really good. And I'm excited for the progress I've made in the games that I have, and I'm excited to make more progress as time goes on. But what about you guys? Do you have any thoughts on the games that I've mentioned in this video? Or what have you been playing recently? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Just a heads up, next weekend is Southeast Game Exchange, so you can expect videos from that convention coming up soon after that. It's a 3-day convention this year. We'll be there at least 2 of the days, I know. We might show up on Sunday, we might not. We haven't really decided if we're gonna go for all 3 days yet, but we are definitely going for at least 2 of them. So if you're coming to that show and you see me, come say hi. I'd love to meet you. But I think that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to hit that like button. And if you like what I do here, then hit subscribe because that does help me out a lot. I want to thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one, y'all.